Hey, you guys, welcome back. I realize there's not a lot of good content on police. There's a lot of police takedowns. There's a lot of the aggressive stuff. That's not the average thing that a police officer does. If you look at what a police officer does on the internet, there it is so far off base than what a police officer actually does. And this video, I think, is a really good representation of what a police officer really does on a day-to-day, which is helps people. A police officer helps people. You see all the stuff that police officers do that is bad, like having to like a gangbanger drawing a gun on a police officer and the police officer returns fire. You know, if you like someone pulls a gun on a police officer, someone tries to take a police officer's gun. That always shows up on the internet. You never see the good that comes out of police departments. You never see the good that comes out of the police officers. You never see the good, because that's not what people want to see. But I think they should want to see that. I think people should want to see that, and that's the reality of policing. People have this fantasy, this image of policing as being this badass kind of chase down bad guys constantly. No, it's a lot of sitting around and a lot of, sometimes you have to do some good versus, you could charge someone, but instead, why not help them? If someone's struggling and they just got caught because of their struggles, they tried to steal to stay alive, why not help them instead of arresting them for the crimes that they're committing? And at a certain point, like, there's a certain level where you can do that as a police officer, and this is a perfect example of that. So without further ado, let's watch, like, subscribe, and we'll see what happens. So this is a police officer responding to a active shoplifter, and this woman is homeless and she's a shoplifter. You'll see what happens next.
Hi, ma'am. Do you have stuff in your coat right now? No? Okay. Employee said they saw you stuff from your basket into your jacket.
No, I just went and I just put all my stuff back because I was supposed to be my other half here and he never showed up. I just tried calling him.
Okay, so if we search your jacket, we're not going to find any items. I'll give you an opportunity right now to take everything out. So it's going to be your one and only opportunity. I think that's a fair deal. All right, there we go.
I don't have an ID. Jamie.
Jamie. SCAFE. Do you have an address that you stay at? No. Are you working anywhere, Jamie?
I don't have any money.
I get it, but you can't be stealing it, okay? Do you have anything else on you? Just that and gloves? Because if they check cameras and they find anything else, then it's going to turn into a theft charge. Okay. You don't have any gloves or hats or anything? Okay. Thank you for the info then. Go ahead. Copy. Be good. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, if you come in the middle. Do have no trespass, so you can use the drive-through, but you can't use the store. Okay?
You don't have hat or gloves? I'll buy these for her.
Thanks.
But don't do this, okay? I know it's tough, but there's other ways. Call us for help, all right? But if you come back in here, you're gonna get arrested.
See? Officers doing good in the world. It happens all the time. You just never see it on the internet. And I think more people should. More people should want to see the officers helping people. The officer that saved the baby's life that was choking. I want more people to want to see that side of policing, because they only ever want to see, oh, I heard a police officer shot a guy. I want to see the video. What? Why? Why, sick fuck? Why do you want to see the video? Why do you want to see the video of someone dying? Why? No. Why do you want to see that? At the end of the day, you should want to see a police officer saving a baby's life, because that happens all the time. You know what doesn't happen all the time? Police-involved shootings. But what does happen all the time is police officers helping people. That happens all the time.
Again, it's full, but 947 ain't worth, especially like if you're out on bond and stuff. I get it. But call us for help. We have resources we can help you out with. Every contact with us doesn't be a bad thing. All right, Jamie, don't come back, okay? All right. Do you guys need anything else from us? Okay, sounds good. Hip and contact.
You see, that's a lot of what goes on policing, is just simply helping people that need help. And yes, she did get trespassed because she was caught shoplifting, but she was also on bond. She could have easily ended up back in jail. It would have been perfectly reasonable for her to go to jail, but because she was cooperative and honest and she was just simply struggling, the officer chose to help her. And that is a lot of what happens. That is a lot of what happens, is the officer chooses to help people that are struggling. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of people think that police officers are just on this constant adrenaline high of police chase after police chase. No, it's a lot of downtime. It's a lot of helping people. It's a lot of saving lives. You have to be so many different things to be a police officer. You have to be a marriage counselor. You have to be a therapist. You have to be a shoulder to cry on. There is no one way to define what a police officer is. And so many people will just put police officers into this group that it's not fair. And don't get me wrong, just like the person that bags your groceries could be a complete dickhole, a police officer can too. At the end of the day, they're doing a job. And most people join the police department for a good reason. And I'm not going to say all police officers are great. No, there is bad police officers out there. And those bad police officers do get weaved out. They do get fired. Things do catch up with them. But at the end of the day, we should all thrive to be better in society and help people when they're down. So don't do that. There is resources to help people if you're struggling. There's resources to help people. There's 101 charities. If you're cold and you need gloves and hats, there's places that will provide that. There's so much out there that's just so perfect. That's, you know, that's so good for people to get the help they need. And I get it. Life is a struggle, but don't turn to crime just because life is hard. I mean, hell, life is extremely hard for me right now. But don't turn to crime for that. You know, but hey, just try to stay on the straight and narrow. Anyways, like, subscribe, and I'll have more videos for you soon.